A warm welcome to Call to Activism Africa, and glad to have all of you today. We are discussing the state of humanism and human rights in Nigeria. This is our second episode, and I'm going to be hosting our colleague Nandip Bongfa, who is based in Nigeria. My name is Kato Mukasa, a human rights lawyer and an activist, but also a member of this team. Of course, today we are co-hosting with my colleague, Brian Khabeko, who is based in Kenya, Nairobi. And of course, we shall be having Lynda Tilley, who is based in South Africa. And Dennis is a producer helping us to ensure that we have a better stream tonight. We are welcoming you and feel at home. Hopefully, our guest is already in the studios of Think Better, Call to Activism Africa. Mr. Nandip, we are welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, better than last week, right?
Yes, better than last week, and I wish we continue like that.
Thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate you.
Yes.
I really appreciate a platform call for humanist activism. Call for what?
Call for Activist Africa, Activism Africa.
Call for Activism Africa.
Africa, yes.
Yes, I really appreciate this platform. This platform gives us, the voice so that we can talk to the outer world, so that they can know our plight, so that they can know our, shortcoming, so that they can know what we have been doing, so that they can know what we have not been doing.
Yes.
And if really there is a kind of advice on the way we can improve.
Yes.
In humanism in Nigeria, probably in Africa in general, is very, very, very good.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yes, this platform is very, very good. Yes, sir.
Yes, my brother. Thank you so much for those very kind words from you. We want to welcome you once again to Call to Activism Africa, where we talk about human rights and issues to do with Africa. And of course, we look at the global world, but we put emphasis on Africa, and the theme always is about human rights. And in human rights, we can talk about humanism and other things. Of course, we look at what affects our people wherever they are in Africa, and we look at activists like you. We provide you with these interviews, people who are on the ground, people who are implementing things, people who are struggling to make their countries better, to make their own societies better. These are the people we host on this platform, and this is why we put it up, because we wanted to give a voice to our people who lack a voice. This platform is watched all over the world, and as you can see, I've been hosting people from the US, from other countries in Europe, and of course from different countries in Africa. So the platform is watched by so many people all over the world. So today we are happy to again host our comrade, our brother in the struggle, Nandip Bongfa, who is based in Nigeria and is a board member, as we have seen the description, is a board member of the Humanist Association of Nigeria. Now, for those who are seeing you for the first time, I'm requesting you to reintroduce yourself to the viewers.
Thank you very much, Comrade Katu. I always call you a comrade because I knew you like 6 to 7 years ago.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
When we are into humanist celebrant, of which you are my kind of mentor, and then you give me another mentor from Scotland called Senda. Said Senda, right?
Yes.
Singer Said, which he coached me for like 8 months before I graduated as a humanist celebrant.
Yes.
Of which, yes. So my name is Nandip Andrew Bongfa. Yes. So I was born, that is 5 years after the end of the Civil War in Nigeria. I'm just reintroducing myself again.
Yeah,
After the
please go
Civil War.
ahead. Go ahead,
Yes.
because people didn't. There are people who are
Yes,
seeing you for the first time.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yes. So I was born 5 years after the end of the Civil War in Nigeria. That is 1975, May 29. I am 48 years old. You know, I am born from a mother which is a pagan from a family side, and a father too who doesn't believe in any, but is a traditionalist also. So I grew up as is a military man, a soldier, of which I was born in Oguta, that is was in Imo State, the southeast Nigeria after the Civil War. So my parents never go to church, and I know my mother also from her own side, they never have anything to do with kind of Christianity religion. What she believe in is traditional, and my father too, of which I never see him go to church too. But then, as in a barrack, where there is a lot of people that comes, there is Christians and Muslims and all that. But in the barrack, there is no traditional way of worship. So the best way they can do is to go to church. That is once in a year. That is during December, Christmas.
Christmas.
Yes. So
I know.
they confiscated us, and then we go to church.
Yes.
After that, when we come back, everybody after Sundays, everybody will go to his own place until when my father retired in 1986. That is around January, and he died in that 1986 December 6. Of which some Christian came and started evangelizing to my mother, which
wow.
is become hopeless without a breadwinner. So
Yes.
they are the Christian. They are called Catholics. Of which they recruit her into Catholicism. And from there, they drag me also. Because I love my mother so much. So anything that she say, I follow. So I follow also by the 2000, that is 1993. I was baptized.
Okay.
Not as a child. Yes, not as a child. I was baptized as a Catholic, and that's where they give me the name Paul. Of which my village. Yes, the Paul is never my name before. My name is real Nandip. My mother gave me this name, Nandip. That is the gods as buried. Gods, not God of Jesus Christ or Judaism or Allah. The gods of our ancestors as buried. That's the meaning of Nandip.
Okay, I get it.
Yes.
I get it.
Yes. The meaning of Nandip is the gods as buried. That's the name she gave me after birth. And then the Christians gave me Paul when I was baptized in 1993. So that's how it stands. And then after that, I never go to church any longer again after the baptism until 2001. No, just 2001. 2001. That is like 20, more than 20 years ago, right? 2001. Yes, more than 20 years ago.
That's more than 20 years. It's 22 years ago.
Yes. So 2001, that's when I started going to church. I evangelized that's why I know a lot of things about Christianity, especially Catholicism. Yes. So when I committed myself for Catholicism for complete 8 years until when I went for my higher education, that's when I met Dr. Tunde Orogundadi. Yes, he's my lecturer, entrepreneurship development. He usually come from, he's in Nigeria and Jos, that is Plateau State where I come from. But always go to England every month and collect his pension and come back because he's a lecturer there for like 20-something years.
Okay.
So he picked up as a kind of entrepreneur course in my school. So that's how I got to know him. And he's the one that introduced me to humanism.
Right.
That is around 2008.
Right.
Dr. Yeah, Dr. Tunde Orongo Nandip. By 2011, he told me that there's Leo Igwe is organizing the first humanist conference in Abuja. I never knew Leo Igwe in the first place before. I said, I would love to attend. And we make arrangement. He give me the details, and we met in Abuja here. That's when I met Leo Igwe for the first time. What I've been hearing for about him, that is 2011. I met people like Ike. I met Joel Gamba, and I met what is the other person name? The man is late now. They call him Dr. Is late, and many other humanists. I met Callistus too. Is the former president of 80 Society of Nigeria.
Yes.
Are the people that we join together, and we have this Humanist Association of Nigeria through Callistus, because we met at that conference in 2011. So that's when I become a member of Humanist Association of Nigeria. At that time, it is called a Nigeria Humanist Movement.
Yeah.
Yes, Nigeria Humanist Movement in 2011 is Nigeria Humanist Movement. It has not been registered anywhere. So because Dr. Leo Igwe has been trying to register the organization with the Corporate Affairs Commission, and it has not been working, because according to their according to their complaints, is that the movement is like a kind of something against the government, so they cannot register that. So it keep on kind of suggesting so many names for the organization, that is a humanist organization, and they refuse until this last name, Humanist Association of Nigeria, and they presented it, and it was approved. And then we have 8 members of the board of trustee for the. I happen to become one of them, of the Humanist Association of Nigeria, and it was registered. So that's how the organization stands. And since then, the organization has not been in a very good footing due to one problem or the other. So this is the brief explanation. Maybe in our subsequent kind of talk show, I can be able to talk more about that. So I can stop here for now.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nandip. Thank you so much for that background. I should say, Lynda is here. My sister Lynda is here. Welcome, Lynda.
Hello, Lynda. Welcome.
Lynda, do you hear me? Lynda is having some trouble with electricity in South Africa, but should be able to stabilize. Mr. Nandip, I wanted to ask you something from what you said, but of course, before I do that, I just want to reaffirm that I do also come from a Catholic background. In fact, my name that was forced on me is Paul.
Paul too?
Yes.
Jesus. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So if you are Paul, for me, my name on my birth certificate is Paul. And basically, I loved it that way. I should say I grew up loving it. And though I don't use it because it was more of a rebellion where you say, why do you need to call me Paul? I'm Kato, I'm Mukasa. But when I was growing up, there was nothing bad with it. And I decided to keep it on my documents because it was on all my academic documents. And I didn't want to go into battles of changing names. Of course, coming from a Christian background and being in a world where people are suspicious. So sometimes having a Christian name helps. So yeah, there are areas where having a Christian name actually helps. So it's the reason why I've left it on my transcripts, on my passport and everything. Though I privately use it, I openly don't use it. But I want to tell you that my name is Paul actually, but people don't know it.
Like me too.
Even Paul. You didn't know it. For the years you have known me,
I don't know it. Well, I just hear it for the first time, you know.
Yes, and
Yes,
many viewers are going to be hearing it for the first time because
first
I
time.
don't use it. I don't use
Yeah,
it. For many years, I have branded myself as a Kato Mukasa, just like
yeah.
you, who is Nandip Bongfa.
Deep
And that's how
bonfire.
me I have branded
Yes,
myself. Now,
yes,
having said that,
yes, sir.
your history is very good. I wanted to take you back to where we stopped. But before we go there, I want to ask you a question about you said there are 8 founder members of HAN, if I got you right. There are 8 founder members of the Humanist Association of Nigeria. Are you 8 people, 8 directors? Do you hear me?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, because I remember the certificate you sent, you shared with me.
You
The
said?
certificate had a
You
few
said?
names. The certificate of registration. The certificate of
Yes,
registration you shared with me. Do you hear me?
yes, 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 yes,
The
yes.
certificate
I
had
can hear you.
names. The certificate
Yes,
had names.
you can see the name, right?
The certificate had names, but were those 8 people? I remember as if there were about
Yes,
5. Were they 8 people?
yes, yes.
Okay, I'll double check it. I wanted to ask you how did
They are
you?
not 5. They are,
Okay, I will check it later. I'm not having it right now. But I wanted to ask you about
yes.
the founder members of
Hello?
your organization. Can you hear me? Nandip, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Mr. Ketu.
Yes.
Hello, Mr. Ketu.
I can hear you.
Hello?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Your voice is breaking. Your voice
My
is
voice is
breaking.
breaking.
Is kind of
Sorry.
breaking in communication.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, but it's breaking in communication.
Okay. I'll try to fix it.
Yes, I can hear you now. Okay, you can continue, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Now, Lynda, you are most welcome, my sister Lynda.
Yes, you can continue. Yes, you can continue.
Lynda has a tendency of connecting with you very fast than myself.
I can
maybe because she's in Africa like you.
Yes.
But I'm just saying that when you shared that certificate with me, it had names. And I wanted to ask you, number one, if the names on that certificate, those people, Nandip, Lynda, do you see me?
Yes, hi, good afternoon, Kato, how are you? I'm sorry I'm late due to network issues again this side.
No worries, Lynda, we know your problems. But I'm saying, do you see me? Because
I can see you and hear you clearly, Kato. No problems.
Yes, because Nandip went off. Okay, I was asking Nandip because the gadget I'm using now is the gadget which has the certificate, so I cannot go back to check it.
Yes.
But I wanted to confirm, if you can, I wanted to confirm the names on the founding certificate, the founding members on the. Yes, and I wanted to confirm those names, and I cross-examined him. I asked him a few questions about those people. I don't remember the number. It says there are 8. I wanted to understand those names there. Nandip, can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I've got it.
Yes, I can see you.
I'm going to get back to Lynda.
I can see you. Lynda, I can see you too.
Yeah, I want Lynda to read for us the names of the founding members on that certificate, because I have a few questions I wanted you to help me understand.
Okay, there are 7 founding members here on the the certificate of incorporation for the Humanists Association of Nigeria. It's Leo Igwe. Okay, it's Ike Jaku, it's all these Igbo names I need to pronounce correctly. Then there's Mubarak Bala, there's Iguilo Callistus, Nandip Andrew.
All right.
Akorita Asaya and Adienka Shorongwubui.
Sorry. Now I know.
Shorongwe.
Yes, Shorongwe. Of course, Lynda, we can all excuse you, as also Nandip is going to excuse me because sometimes I don't pronounce the names correctly for my brothers in Nigeria.
The voice is not. Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but can you hear me, Nandip?
Can you hear me?
Me, I can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you clearly. Can you hear me clearly, Nandip?
Nandip is having problem with connection, as you can see. He's the one getting off.
Yes, the network in Nigeria is sometimes very patchy.
So, Lynda, you are confirming that there are 7 people on the...
There are 7 people, yes. That's correct.
Nandip was talking about 8, and I wanted to ask him questions to be sure about the number of people that...
Sure, this was as it stood in 2017. I don't know whether anything has changed since then. The fact that Mubarak has been incarcerated for over 3 years now, whether perhaps I don't think your certificate of incorporation can just be changed that easily. So those are the duly appointed trustees of Humanists Association of Nigeria. Now, the only 3 that I know on there, of course, are Mubarak, Igwe, and Nandip, that are still present. Obviously, I know those 3 people. Also, this Callistus, I think I recognize his name from Facebook. That he is quite active in humanist groups and that, but I don't know him. I've never associated him with the Humanist Association of Nigeria. They aren't known. I would imagine, knowing that the work I've done in humanist communities in Nigeria, that the trustees of a well-established, well-known humanist organization would be very well known to all the public and to all the people, all the humanists in Nigeria and on their borders. But the only representative there seems to be publicly always doing events and campaigns and everything is Leo Igwe himself. We never get to see any of the other hand members or leaders, unfortunately. He is the only face of Humanist Association of Nigeria that we have.
Nandip, can you hear us? Nandip, can you hear us? Can you hear us, Nandip?
Yes, I was cut off. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
When I do like this, we can
yes,
hear you.
I was cut off. Yes, I was cut off. I was cut off during Lynda presentation. I cannot hear the conclusion. I cannot hear the beginning. Only the conclusion because it's breaking.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Hello?
Hi, Nandip, can you hear me?
Yes.
I don't think he can hear me either.
Nandip, Lynda was saying,
yes,
if you can hear me, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Nandip?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Simply go ahead and talk. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Maybe it would be better if he switched off and rebooted his device. That might help.
Okay, I should reboot it.
I think perhaps
Nandip, if you
can do.
Me, I can hear you. I'm advising you to simply continue to talk.
Okay. So what did Lynda says? I cannot hear what she says. What did she say?
Lynda was giving us a brief about the names of people on your certificate of registration. That's all.
Yes. So what are the names? Yes.
Callistus, Bala, Igwe, Nandip, and some others.
Yes. Yes.
But of course, you know
So,
our members better than us.
That's good.
Now, I'm asking you
That's
two
right.
questions. I'm asking you two questions.
All right.
Did you know the people that came to be members of your board before they became members of the board?
Yes, I've met them in
Did you know
Lagos.
before? Did you know them before?
No. I didn't know them before. The one that I know before is the people that I know before they become members is Dr. Leo and Mubarak, Ike, and Callistos. So there are others like 2 or 3 that I don't know them before.
So who picked
I
them?
knew more than half. Yes.
Who picked them to become directors of an organization? How did they become directors? Who picked them?
I don't know really.
Because how do you form an organization without knowing each of the members in person? Because you are forming something very important. Number 2, are these directors coming from? Are you coming from the same region, different states?
No, we came from different states, not the same region.
Okay.
Like Leo is like Leo is southeast, Mubarak is in the north. I am from the central, and IK southeast, and James Ishorongu is from southwest. That is Lagos, and there are some others too.
Okay, that's very good. That's very good, because I was looking at the selection criteria and how the region is being balanced, because that's important.
Yes, it's balanced.
An organization that is so big, because Nigeria has over 200 million people. So
yes, it's balanced.
The balance, and we have over 100 tribes. You know. So
yes,
we will look at the balancing.
Over 700 tribes.
You can see, because I was researching a bit about Nigeria, so that's very important. But now, before you formed the organization, I don't know whether WhatsApp was there. Did you have like a meeting before you formed the HAN? Do you have like a meeting before you formed the organization?
Yes, you know, the HAN was formed when ASN, that is 80 Society of Nigeria, was formed. 80 Society of Nigeria was formed first before HAN was formed. So in the process, when 80 Society of Nigeria was formed, which I happen to be the board member of the board of trustee too. Yes. So I was member of the board of trustee of 80 Society of Nigeria, of which it started very, very well. We have been paying our dues and all that. That aside, so when we always met in a kind of on the social media, because to organize ourselves, we need a lot of fund, a lot of money. So no one can be able to achieve that. So everything was done in social media, of which when the 80 Society of Nigeria was formed, so we agree also that we have been struggling to form a humanist organization, that is to register it. Not about the forming now, it's about the registration with the government. That is the corporate affair of Nigeria, that is CAC. So that is the problem. So after the registration of the 80 Society of Nigeria, then we decided to register the Humanist Association of Nigeria, of which the name changed from Nigeria Humanist Movement, that is NHM, Nigeria Humanist Movement, to Humanist Association of Nigeria, that is HAN.
Yeah.
So yes, that is the process of how Humanist Association of Nigeria came into being, because Dr. Leo Igwe has been trying to to register the organization with the government long before now. He has not been successful. The excuses they give to him is that the name is too kind of intimidating. So a lot of name has been presented to the Corporate Affairs Commission, and they rejected it until the last name that we presented, which is a Humanist Association of Nigeria in 2017, and then they accepted it, and it was registered. That's how the organization come to be.
Okay.
Of course, the organization has been in existence since 1996. Leo Igwe formed it. Yes.
Can I just add something there in connection with this? I know that Leo Igwe left the seminary in 1994, and by 1996 he registered the Nigerian Humanist movement in 1996.
He didn't register it.
No, he didn't register it.
Okay,
yes, he formed it. He established it.
Okay.
Yes.
I wanted to find that. Okay, good. That was my question to you, because it's said that it was a registered organization, and I just wondered how then that it's been able to be registered so quickly in 1996, whereas the Humanist Association of Nigeria took 18 years to register. So that was my question. So it wasn't officially registered; it was just formed as an. Okay, yes, I understand. Yes. Okay, good. Thanks.
Thank you, ma. Yes, it was not registered. Yes,
sure.
Just to make it much more clearer.
Yes.
The Uganda Humanist Association started in 1992.
Wow.
And it was registered in 1996. And I must say that I was not a founder member because I joined it in 1999.
Wow.
But I found it already registered and very strong. Wow. So I give credit to the founders of the Humanist Association of the Uganda Humanist Association. Now, why I brought that one out is that it's the same time when Igwe was active. Igwe became active in 1996.
That's right.
And it's the same year my organization was registered in Uganda by about 7 people who had met at the university which I joined, called Makerere University, the oldest university in East Africa, and of course in Uganda. Now, why I bring that history is to show you that, as rightly so Lynda said, it took so many years for Leo to register Han. I will not go into the details of why, but I have always wondered why, because I thought that humanism was not that much of a threat.
Mr. Katu,
yes,
let me interject there. You know, Nigeria, yes, Nigeria is not like Uganda.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes,
it's true, very true.
Nigeria has 2, rival religion, and
exactly, very Islamic.
Yes, and they are very, very strong in their opposition.
Sure.
And if there's another third party or third force coming to kind of to separate them, they will join together and make sure that that third force did not kind of see the light of the day. I believe that's the problem that Leo Igwe faced at that particular point in time. If you talk, you have been reading my post about Tarok people. They are Christians, but you can see the threat that are giving me. They are not Muslims. Yes, they are not Muslim. They are Christians, but they are threatening me a lot because they believe in their religion more than their brother or their sister or their father. The same thing with the Hausas or the Muslim people from the far north. They can do anything to stop anybody that use the name humanism or movement. I believe that's the problem that Leo Igwe has.
That's the problem, and I agree.
Yes.
I think to me, I think the problem was more about using the word movement, because movement is more political.
Yes.
Yeah,
sure.
It's more political. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Thank you. It's more political.
To me, that's what the problem. So, but then,
that's right.
Going forward, now back to the real issue, Mr. Nandip.
Yes.
Let us take it from where we left it last time.
Okay.
By the time we ended the show last Saturday, you were talking about something very important you left unfinished. If you can remember that, we will pick it from there.
All right. What's that?
Before we left, we were talking about the structure of Han, and you were saying that there are some weaknesses because of limited consultation. You didn't know much about the funding. Of course, we talked about the human ceremonies, which Leo claims that we are done. And of course, many Nigerians don't know that we are done because there are no products to see. We don't see celebrants trained. I remember we talked about that, but I'm the one now talking more because I've been following as a concerned citizen, because I don't know, and I want to ask you as a director, I don't know whether Han has ever fully trained and qualified a human celebrant, regardless of the funding that has been given to it.
Thank you, Mr. Kato, for bringing this up. I hope all of you can you hear me, Lynda?
We can hear you.
Yes, clearly. Clearly.
Good. Yes. I don't know anything about founding of a humanist celebrant, so I have to give credit to Kato, of which in 2017 he started a humanist celebrant with a Pearl Vocational Training School, Uganda, of which we have about 6 members here from Humanist Association of Nigeria joined. Yes. I'm one of the members that attended that course online.
Yes.
And I can remember my mentor, she's from Scotland, is Sinda Sahik.
It's called Senga Ishak.
Ishak, thank you, Singa Ishak. She's the one that mentored me for complete 7 to 8 months, or almost a year.
Yes.
I will do the ceremony. Every question they give to me, I will sit down and do it and send it to her. Anyone that I didn't do well, she will correct me and ask me to do it again. We did this for complete close to a year before we graduated from
it. It was very tough.
Yes, very, very tough.
Yes.
Close to a year from Pearl Vocational Training School, Uganda. That is, they are the one that is training us. Of which, from Nigeria, in my organization, we have 6 members.
Yes, that's true.
6 members. Zena Posamon, there's a guy from Lagos, myself, and others of which I cannot remember their names.
I know all of them.
Yes.
I know all of them. Zakambaye,
Zainabu, and others. Thank you, Zachem. We are the first. We are the first course. We are the first kind of, what do you call it? First. You
are the first batch.
First batch. Yes. Before others came when we graduated, and we are issued certificate.
Yes.
Of graduation, of which every of these things that we are doing online, I always send it in our WhatsApp group. That is an WhatsApp group. I was the one that created that group. And we have over more than 100 people there. It's from there that they joined the Pearl Vocational Training School, Uganda, for that humanist celebrant, of which we graduated. Our certificate we have been issued, and I send it, and everybody saw it. So this one that you said that they did in Nigeria, I don't know about it. I cannot lie to you.
Thank you.
I don't know.
That's enough. That's enough, Mr. Nandip. Of course, I bring this one here because my colleague and my friend Lynda is right there. And
excuse me, Kato. Excuse me. Before you go further, you can tell me the people that attended that program, and how long did they take, and how many are they graduated from the one that we did in Nigeria? Can you do you have that information?
You want people you started with?
The one that you said we did in Nigeria, not the one in Uganda.
No, now, okay, let me answer that. Now, the reason why I brought that because Lynda pointed out to me the amounts of monies that were dispersed, that were sent to Han. And Lynda
excuse me, Kato, let me come in there. You see, there's what I discover is there's a lot of people that have their own private or personal project, not for Anne. I do understand.
I understand.
What I know, yes, the Anne organization is going down. The Anne organization is not functional, but there's some particular private individual that have an organization. They use Han for their own private kind of project. Okay. Han doesn't know anything about that. I don't know. If I knew, I could have told you that yes, there is something going on also here in Nigeria, but we don't know anything like that. I cannot lie.
Thank you, Mr. Nandip. Thank you so much for that transparency, because me and you and Lynda are humanists, and
yes, of course.
we are being accused of maybe witch hunting people, maybe speaking falsehoods. That's why when we have a platform like this, we want to share, because what we are saying today, Mr. Nandip, is that Humans International send several thousands of pounds to Nigeria. Lynda has those facts to Nigeria, and these facts were made open because there is a website you can see those monies, and those monies were meant to train humanist celebrants in Nigeria. At the same time, we had a second batch which we just concluded last year. At the same time,
yes, Katu, let me come in there. You see, as I told you, that there are some humanists that they have their own personal project. It's not Humanist Association of Nigeria. They may use Humanist Association of Nigeria as the organization, but it's not about Humanist Association. I told you last week about Humanist Safe House.
Yes.
You remember? Yes. So I discussed about this when a lot of documents have been sent to me that this is what is going on, and then there's no any safe house that any other person knows. And I was told that the safe house, it was done for security purpose. I said, even us, the executive or the trustee, we cannot even know where the safe house is. So a lot of investigation go into that safe house of a thing very, very deeply. And what came out is that I was told that a member can have his own personal project. Wow. So the question that I ask is that why will that same member use Humanist Association of Nigeria letter-headed paper to thank the donor for the project that he has personally? That is the question that I didn't have any answer for. You see, there is something that is going on that we have not been told about, of which I don't like to, go into it deeply.
Sure.
So you can continue. You can continue. I just want to interject to let you know that people have their own personal project, not Humanist Association of Nigeria. Humanist Association of Nigeria now is in comatose.
Yeah.
Since the establishment, we only have one convention, that is 2019. From there, we have never had any convention again up till now. No account, no dues, no nothing. How will an organization like that progress without anything going on? I can give kudos to various chapter in Nigeria, like the Humanist chapter in Jos, the Humanist chapter in Lagos. We have in Port Harcourt. Those people, the one in Lagos is headed by our interim president, Mr. George, is doing very, very well. I think you understand. And the one in Jos with one Amzat is a young man and is doing very, very good also in Jos in Plateau State, where I come from. And in Abuja here, and we have also some humanist organization, they call it Humanist Hubs, that monthly they usually hold their meeting. But nationally, we never had any Humanist Convention?
There was finally, I want to hand you over to my colleague Lynda to also have something to add on. But there was this meeting which happened in a certain hotel. Lynda knows. I'm going to invite her to continue with that because there have been questions around that interfaith conference.
Where is it in? Where is it in Nigeria? The meeting hall?
Abuja.
Lynda, take over.
Abuja.
Lynda is going to take over that.
Okay. Hello, Lynda.
Back to you. Lynda, we can't hear you. Lynda, we can't hear you.
Yes.
But Lynda said Abuja. I wanted to ask you about that interfaith conference which you had in Abuja.
When was that? What is the name of the conference?
I think it was an interfaith conference in Abuja. I thought
interfaith. Yes. I attended the interfaith conference. I'm coming. I attended the interfaith conference. I was invited by Leo Igwe. I'm coming. Let me show you something.
Okay.
Yes. You can see.
Yes. I can see that.
Something.
Yes.
I'm coming. I don't know whether you are seeing it well.
We just move it more into your screen. Yes, we can see that now. Yes, we can see that.
It's more of an identification card.
Yes, looks like it for a conference. Yes.
We can see it, Andrew. Go ahead. Lynda,
can you see it?
Yes, we can see that.
We have seen it.
Yes. 2021.
Okay.
All right. Yes. I attended that conference.
It was in Abuja?
Yes, in Abuja, in one hotel. I have forgotten the name. I was there. Dr. Leo Igwe invited me.
How many were participants? How many participants did attend? How many participants, if you can remember?
I am not the officials. One of the officials there. I'm just as a kind of as a guest. So we have so many humanists, and we have so many Christians, and we have so many also some Muslims that came to that conference.
Okay.
Yes, there are Muslims, but they are not in their numbers. There are Christians also, they are in their numbers, and humanists also, they are much. Because I'm not one of the officials, I don't have the details of that. Yes, there's a conference that whole interfaith dialogue. I just invited.
Was it organized by Han, or Han was also invited?
I believe Han was also invited because it was told that it was interfaith. So we don't really know. I don't really know what it is. That between
because interfaith
it was. Yes.
Interfaith means that different people from different religions
come together, yes,
and discuss matters. So that's why I'm asking whether it was Han sponsoring it or other religions that combined efforts to sponsor it as a team.
As you can see, the batch, this thing that I showed to you, Han name was written there, but the details of that, how Hans comes about, nobody knows. Especially me, I don't know.
Lynda,
I don't know.
Can you hear me here now?
I can hear you. Okay. Lynda, before, just a question for you before Nandip. Lynda, you talked about a conference where you had doubts. Is it the same conference I'm talking about? Lynda, we cannot hear you. We cannot hear you.
Hello, Lynda.
Someone should write to Lynda and tell her we cannot hear her. We cannot hear you.
Yes. We can't hear you, Lynda. Okay, maybe she's
Nandip, apart from the interfaith conference.
Yes.
which was in 2021. Is there any
2021.
Is there any other conference that you attended between 2021 and today?
No. There's none.
There's no other conference.
Yes, there's no other conference.
And I want to believe that you were given transport refund when you attended the conference?
Yes.
Do you remember how much you are given?
It's in Nigeria equivalence, but I don't want to disclose it.
Okay.
Yes. If which I can be able to tell you because this is live.
Okay.
If I can tell you personally, yes, but
no, personally, yeah.
Yes. Leo go give me transport because when he invited me for the conference, I told him that I don't have a transportation to go there. He said no problem, I should just come for the conference. Then he can give me the transport of going back and forth. So it's a very
transport to go back, or was the transport covering
coming and going back, going back.
Everyone was given, or it was only you?
Some people came from far away. The one that I know, some slept, especially my friend Zachem. He came from Kaduna State, and we met there. He slept over. So because me, I'm living in Abuja, I could not sleep. So I don't know how it ended with them. So I don't even bother to ask much question about that.
Yeah, because I remember seeing photos of that conference. I remember seeing Zake Mbaye. I remember seeing Bara in that conference.
Yes. No, Barak, Amina, Barak's wife, but no Mubarak there. Amina's wife, she's there.
Mubarak was not there.
By that time, Mubarak has been arrested.
Was in prison, yeah, that's true. Sorry.
Yes, and his Mubarak wife, Zenab, and Moody, this woman that work in that is Radio Nigeria, yes, and many other humanities, they are there. Lynda, she's back.
I'm back. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we
can.
We can hear you.
Okay, great. Okay, super. I just wanted to just give a backstory with that. In 2021, the Humanist International. At that stage, I was an individual member of Humanist International, and I was working as a volunteer on the Freedom of Thought report. So obviously I was reading all the newsletters and all the information that was coming through to us as members, and they advertised the grants every year. So that's how I became aware of the fact of who had grants. I wasn't paying specific attention to it, just a matter of interest in a newsletter. So what happened is that in 2021, when I tried to revive the campaign for Mubarak and get all of Africa, other humanist groups around Africa on board, because I could see that you guys in Nigeria were flagging a bit, I realized the importance, once I got to learn about the ins and outs of Nigeria with the religious aspect and your different states, that it was very important that we engage with people in the Muslim community in Kano State, where Mubarak was from and where he was being held in particular. I was also aware of the previous year when Dadiata had been abducted in a similar manner to Mubarak, except he had never been seen again. And I was also very aware of Yahya, a young 21-year-old boy, I can only call him a boy, he's young, who was had already been imprisoned in Kano State and had been given a death sentence, death by hanging, for a supposed song that he shared on WhatsApp that elevated a prophet above the Prophet Muhammad. Now, he was from a very poor family who had also had their properties destroyed and everything. So I felt that we as humanists needed to reach out to other communities in Kano. We also had the slaughter of Pastor Shabu around about that same time, who was a Christian pastor. So as a humanist, I feel that we can't exclude religious communities if we are all suffering from the same things. There were people from the Christian community who were seeking justice in Kano for what had happened to their father, their husband. And then there were the Muslim community and the peaceful Muslim people in Kano State with no money and no voice and no platform or way to get it. And I also felt that although Dadiata and Yahaya were religious as well as Pastor Shiabu, that this is the way we spread humanism, is by working as godless people in our communities, not just for ourselves, but for all the people that are suffering. I can't not help a Christian person if they don't have food just because they're a Christian and they believe in a God. We were all like that once, and there were no people that we had that we could go to that set an example in our communities as godless people. So I knew about this grant that Humanist Association of Nigeria had been given for interfaith. And I knew about the conference that they had planned because I'd seen it advertised. And I just felt that some of that funding possibly could be used to advance interfaith in action in Nigeria by possibly engaging the communities in Kano State, where Mubrak was held, of Dadiata.
Lynda, we cannot hear you. Again, your voice is lost. Nandip, can you hear me?
Yes, please. Yes, I can hear. Please, can you kind of break down to me what Lynda is saying?
Yeah, Lynda is talking about a conference, but which of course you talked about a conference which you attended, but she was giving how she got to know it because she was already working with Humanist International as an individual member. And she got to know that monies were sent to organize that conference. Now we are not
we don't know how much they send. But let me tell you, Kato.
Yes.
When I come to the meeting, when Ligwe calls me, I told him I don't have transport. He said when I come, he will give me transport. So when I came to the meeting in the morning till I left in the evening, so he gave me 10,000 Nigerian naira.
Okay.
So there's nothing to hide about. Yes.
Yes.
So that people will know before people were thinking that because I don't know how much was budgeted there.
Yeah.
For the interfaith conference, I don't know.
Okay.
So 10,000 Nigerian naira.
The money that they were given by Humanist International in pounds was 4.1 million naira, 4.164930 Nigerian naira. So that was 4,285 pounds that they were given for interfaith and belief dialogue. So.
Yes, Lynda, your voice goes off. Your voice is off.
Yeah. So you know, Kato, let me chip in there. I don't know how they arrange the conference, but probably you know, people came different from different parts of the country. Some slept in Abuja. You know how Abuja is expensive. I'm not trying to defend anybody. Yes, but I know it's a very huge amount of money. I'm not trying to kind of defend anybody, but what is there is people came from different parts of the country, especially the humanists, the one that came from Lagos too, Kaduna, the one that I know, and some people that here in Abuja, and maybe some part of the country, and the Muslim too, and the Christians. So probably he is supposed to kind of give an account on what is spent. So I don't think that is proper. That I believe the Humanist International will ask for update. Maybe he has already given the what do you call it? Is breakdown on what he did with during that conference, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And,
no, they don't ask for that.
Yes, that's my candid opinion, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Nandip. Of course,
yes.
What we are doing today is not to
Yes.
point fingers, but of course is to find ways. How do we help our NGOs develop? How do we reorganize them? Because without being transparent, without knowing what our problems are, we cannot suggest a way forward.
Yes, Kato, I believe the Humanist International could have asked him for the transparency of that. Maybe maybe he could have given an account of what he have done. I don't know anyway, because I'm not the member of board of Humanist International. So maybe they have done their own thing there. Since that the money has given to him.
But it's all fair that individual members know about the application. They know about how much has been received for transparency. Like a director, as you are, it would have been good to know that you have received some money and have done these activities. For example, did you sign anywhere when he gave you the 10,000 naira?
There's a what we call it. There's a
voucher,
what?
Invoice?
No, there's a list of people that came. So you write their name. So when you go into the conference and when you're coming out, when they give you the money, you will sign within your place that this is so amount of money. I saw it when you
That's very good. That's very
yes.
good.
So
that's a very good.
I don't know. Maybe I believe he did that to others too. So I don't know. So if what my question is, Katu, when things is done like that for Humanist Association of Nigeria, at least the members should know.
Yes.
The members should know that this is what we are planning, and this is the amount that the Humanist International has provided for us, and this is what we are going to use it for. But nobody knows about that. I don't understand.
Exactly.
Except now that I'm hearing that this is the amount of fund that have been provided for such event.
Now you know that one day conference you are given 4 million naira for that one day conference.
One day conference, yes.
Yes, and it was only one day, and of course Lynda there questioned the expenditure because Lynda went ahead to contact the hotel, and the hotel gave her a quotation of their services. And,
so how much did they pay for the hotel in Abuja?
Lynda is off, but if I can remember vaguely what she told me, is that the entire conference maybe you spent about maybe 500,000. Maybe about 500 pounds, something like that.
500 pounds.
Maybe about that, but Lynda has the facts. Lynda has her own details, but yet
so where's
you received about 4,000 pounds, but Lynda was saying that what was spent was about 500 pounds. Yes. So that it means.
So okay. Yes, let's look at the people that came. So does that mean that the remaining like 3,000 plus pound is gone? He has gone into transportation or what?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what Lynda was trying to point out, because when Lynda asked the hotel gave her details, and it's too bad she's offline because I'm speaking based on what she put on social media. So she would have been the very best. It is better for her to speak because she researched that, and she said there was corruption because the money received did not match the money spent according to the hotel.
Yes. It's true. So where is Lynda now? She could have come back.
Yeah, she has network problems. She has electricity problems in South Africa. So she has problems with her own house. There is no electricity. Maybe that's why she's off. But now, going forward, let us forget that Nandip.
Honestly, I see, Ketu, I'm really enjoying this talk show. Yes, I'm enjoying it, so that some people will know what is really going on,
Yeah, because you see, why it's important to have these matters discussed is that if tomorrow Nandip says, they will say, oh, Nandip is hateful, simply hates us. Okay? But when you have facts, that's why you come up and speak, because Nandip, I don't own an organization personally. I'm just a member.
Yes, me too. I'm just a member.
I'm just a member because
I'm also a member.
Yeah, because I found the Uganda Humanist Association already founded. But as I speak today, I'm its chairperson. But I cannot say that I own it. I cannot say that I'm going to decide for them. We are 9 committee members, we are 9 board members. I have to call for a board meeting and we discuss and we agree. Like, for example, we want to take to court the humanist school directors that have been cheating our organization, our movement.
Yes.
We want to take them to court.
I see what you are doing about exposing the corruption in a humanist school in Uganda,
now you are
which is a very good thing. I really support you on that. You know, corrupt people should not be in our midst.
Exactly. Now, as you can see, that we have a school in Uganda where a director has been in that same position of a managing director for that school for how many years? Since 2007. That same person has been in that position about 17 years, has been in that one position, and is abusing it, is misusing money, is employing his relatives. Back. You know? So now that's the problem that we try to point out and say, okay, if you have these weaknesses, how do we fix them? It's not about witch hunting someone. It's about bringing out the facts and we find solutions.
It's about transparency.
It's about transparency.
Transparency and accountability.
Because if you lack that, as organizations, trust me, we are going to collapse. And when we collapse, they will say humanists are thieves, humanists are liars, humanists cannot be trusted. All of us in the same basket. All of us will be put in the same basket.
Yes.
Lynda,
thank you. Lynda, you're welcome back.
Hi, thank you. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
Okay, great. I just rebooted quickly. Okay, I won't go back over everything, but I just wanted to say that so I had noticed that the grants funding had only been used for one day conference, and then again in 2022-23, the Humanist Association of Nigeria were given a grant of £4,963, which is
when was that? Excuse me. When 2023 or 2020?
In the grants announcements last year, which would be the grants they give for the coming year, including this year, you guys were given 4.8 million naira for humanist ceremonies.
No, we are not giving any money.
Okay, well, according to Humanists International, you were you are the recipients of that grant.
No,
the issue.
No. Humanist Association of Nigeria didn't receive any money because why? Because Humanist Association of Nigeria doesn't have any account. So how do we receive the money? That money, maybe you are saying, maybe they give it to an individual, not Humanist Association of Nigeria. I think they have to get it right. We don't have an account. We are trying to open an account. Yes, so that money was given to an individual. It's not Humanist Association of Nigeria. It's not Han. Katu, help me out.
Exactly.
Not Han. Not Han. It's an individual.
It's not given to Han. These are the questions that Mariam and I had last year on your group. I was aware of grant funding and funds that were being given to, according to the records, the Humanist Association of Nigeria. However, when I started speaking to members of your organization and board members, they had no knowledge of this. And I was very shocked to discover that you guys didn't even have a bank account, because my question was, who is this money being paid for, and about your membership fees. Now, things that I've recently exposed on Facebook, your members are telling me that I'm making unfounded allegations, that I'm on a personal mission to destroy the reputation of Leo Egwe, and that I have personal vendettas. Now, you must understand that every single thing I put out there with evidence is backed up by facts. You are the only person who has ever reached out to me for open dialogue about this situation and genuine concerns. All your members are simply writing me off because they're being fueled to do so as somebody with a personal vendetta. Now, I am a humanist who realizes we have to all work together. I see something that is not right happening with humanists in another country, I believe that I am morally obligated to speak out about it. However, whenever I've spoken out about the Humanist Association of Nigeria, I have simply been attacked, told that I'm lying, that I've got some personal motive for doing so. But I've continued with my truths. And I'm so glad that people are becoming aware of this now, because my questions are just, I don't want to see the misappropriation of funds in any humanist organization, because we battle to get funds as it is. I've also seen a huge increase in mob justice in Nigeria. And I really feel that if there's money that's been given to an organization to assist with issues like these, but yet I see things like there's no safe houses or things in place, I believe I'm within my rights to ask questions, because by me asking questions, it's going to get answers, and we'll be able to help more people that way. That is my only motive, if you put it that way. And I thank you. I can honestly say that your board members that I have had correspondence with have been completely in the dark. They do not even know about these grants and things. Whether I'm not just being told that, oh, I'm making it up and I'm a liar or whatever, but there's evidence there that is proof that you guys are getting that. I'm just saying is that I raised these questions on your WhatsApp group in April 2022. April, May, June, that's 1.5 years ago. I made everybody aware of all these things, but yet 1.5 years later, nothing has been done. You still don't have a bank account. You've got another grant since then, and nothing has happened. And I'm just saying to you is that, and I'm being honest with you, the Humanist Association of Nigeria is a very badly run and managed organization, and it is giving a bad name to other humanist groups. And we want to help you guys and assist you. And you know what? I just believe that you need better. At the end of the day, Nandip, it's like with any business. The staff are only as good as the people at the very, very top. If you go into a restaurant and the service is terrible and the place is dirty, and you speak to those waiters and waitresses, you'll find they're not being treated properly by their manager. They're not being paid. They're not being given proper working hours. It's always, the buck stops at the top. So that is what my question is that you guys need to take control as a board, and you need to sort these issues out. And people can't be blinded by loyalties because of tribal loyalties or because it's a friend of yours that you've had for years, because that's not what humanism is about. And I just see poor leadership there, and I see potential leaders who are not given a chance because the leadership is too much in control. And that is not humanism. That has nothing to do with humanism. And I just urge you guys to take control, take the reins. It's not because I want anything bad and I want people out and I've got any motives. I'm just saying, as humanists, you guys need to, you have so much potential and you have such an established name in the humanist community. You have all this money that's flowing into your coffers, however it's been used, that needs to be used effectively for people at the end of the day. Your country is suffering greatly. You could have used a quarter of this grant money to even rent a property for a year and set up a place of safety for people who are being persecuted due to their support of Mubarak, or just due to the fact that things are getting so worse in your country, especially with his sentencing. So that is my only issue that I've had, and that I've been attacked, as I say, by everybody except for yourself. And I appreciate that, because you've been consistent over the years. You've consistently messaged me to thank me for the work that I was doing, and you've asked me questions. And obviously I've been wary of you because I haven't known whether you were one of those guys that were taking money or whatever. But I know that you're not. You're just as in the dark. So I thank you for that. And I hope that after the show, you'll be able to go back and have open dialogue with your board and ask the right questions. If there's anything they're unsure of or that is being touted as me being vindictive or making baseless allegations, please contact me, and I can email you. I can supply you with things. I do not have a personal issue with Leo Igwe. I will tell you, he has done a lot of really, really good work in Africa. There is no denying that. He has helped a lot of people with the witchcraft allegations, especially. I'm not saying that he is a bad, evil person, but I'm just saying to you that I have certain questions about his integrity as a humanist when it comes to certain things like the handling of funding and most especially the handling of Mubrak Bala's case. So I'm not out on a personal mission to destroy Leo Igwe. I, as a fellow humanist, am out to ask questions that I believe we need answers to as a humanist community. I don't have a personal issue with him, as I say. He writes very well. He's raised a lot of awareness for Africa. I don't have issues with that, but I just have issues with people who are not true humanists that are riding on the back of humanism and making money off humanism in Africa, because we've been exploited so much over the years through our colonial days and before that, and we are tired of being exploited, and we are tired of having people making money in our names where the people that really need it don't benefit from it. So that's the bottom line for me with how I feel about the situation.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Lynda. Nandip,
Yes.
we are moving towards closure. Of course, we shall be having another episode of this as a follow-up, but I'm going to ask you a few questions, Nandip. Do you know the person who is the current chairperson of HAN?
Thank you for the question. You mean the current chairperson of HAN?
Yeah, the one who signed
Yes.
a recent letter which was showing us that HAN is doing very well from Bakbala and the people should focus on HAN.
No, it's not whether you want to say the interim president.
Yes.
George.
Yes, it's Mr. George.
Because I don't normally call myself. I don't call myself a president in my association. So they call me chairperson. We don't call ourselves presidents.
Okay, it's chairperson you call it. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Yes, I met Mr. George. Is very, very okay. I met him in 2019 when we have our national convention. Met him there, and then I met him also in 2021 in this interfaith dialogue. During that time, we have already preparing to give him the interim president of the Humanist Association of Nigeria. He has been doing very, very well.
Where is he
as
based?
The interim president.
Where is he based?
I think it should be Lagos. I don't know precisely. It should be in Lagos.
Okay.
Because
now,
they have been holding their meeting in Lagos for the chapter in Lagos. I told you about 4 chapters that they are doing very well. 5, yes. That is Lagos, Jos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt. Yes. Yes.
My question, actually, my request to you is that
yes.
if possible, the concerns we have raised here, as a way forward now, I'm suggesting way forward. We have talked about issues of accountability. We have talked about issues of not having a bank account, issues of not knowing whether there have been funds given to HAN and or not. I would ask
Mr. Katu, the fund that have been given is not for HAN, it's for individual.
So individuals.
Not for HAN. The individual probably they will use HAN headed paper, or they will use HAN other things, but it's not for HAN. HANs we doesn't have an account. So where is the fund coming to? We must have to have account before. Yes.
Mr. Nandip.
Yes, sir.
I'm guiding now on the way forward using my own organization where I am the chairperson. It is called the Uganda Humanist Association. As I said, it is the oldest registered humanist association in Africa because it began in 92 and was registered in 96. And I'm the chairperson now. But when we are given funds from Human International, to organize workshops. We organized regional workshops in my country. At least board members knew that we are given that money, and all of them that we are active participated. All of them participated. Because, like you said, you're a board member, a founder member, and money comes and you don't know, there is a question mark. But now the NGO where I'm the chairperson, I'm on record because they are going to be watching this. When you got money to organize regional workshops, all directors, as registered, were informed, and we invited them to participate. In fact, because many of us are professionals, they were even the one to carry out the training. Because they are teaching at universities, they are working in companies, a lawyer personally, so all of us are professionals. So what we did even much of the training ourselves because we knew about humanism, and we are taking humanism to the regions of Uganda. What I'm showing you is that I made sure that as a chairperson, I involved all other stakeholders. We went to Kasese, we went to in the central, we work as a team. Because as a chairperson, I don't think for them, they think for themselves. And when you apply, even if it's me and 2 other people who have written the application, at least if it's successful, we inform them. So that's why I'm requesting you that for the sake of your own fairness, if you could ask the kind chairperson now, if he knows the accountability of the last projects, which of course you have said harm was not given, that's okay, but legally, I'm repeating this, legally, HI gave money to your association.
Not our association. I'll still stand by my word, sir.
No,
not our association. Yes, because we don't have an account, so you cannot say
it is possible.
Han was giving money to, because I'm one of the trustee. So if anything that comes, I will be implicated. So I'm telling you right now that Han was not giving money. We don't have an account. We don't have anything. Yes, I have to stand by my word.
Yes, you stand
the
by
person
your
that received. Yes, the person that received the money is the person that have to do with that.
Agreed. Yes, I agree with that. It's according to their records. They must change their records. The Humanist International official documentation, newsletters, and their year-end financials, where it says this money was awarded to the Humanist Association of Nigeria. It needs to be changed to be in the name of the person who they paid the funds to, because it has not come to the people of Nigeria. I can see that because I can tell you there's been one humanist ceremony held this year in Nigeria, that's all. When I ask about it, I'm told, but these are ongoing programs. You can't just judge what you saw happen. But then let's know what, I want to know what the program is. I want to know what the Humanist Ceremonies program is for Nigeria. For the sake of 4.8 million shillings, there should be a very good program in place that is available to us publicly as fellow African humanists, and there's not. So the blame is being put onto the people on hand like Nandip and his colleagues. They are the ones that are being questioned now and seen as being maybe doing underhand things with the money. That is an unfair smudge on their characters as humanists, because they are totally in the dark. But then again, your chairman, you guys have to have a board meeting, and you have to ask the hard questions about this funding, and you can't be fobbed off with nonsense answers. You need to know what's going on. Is the Association for Alleged Witches, does that fall under HAN as well, or is that a separate entity? Because that's also received funding.
Kato, can you explain that to me?
Yes, Nandip. Lynda is giving a way forward.
Yes.
And she's agreeing with you that you cannot accept what you don't know.
I cannot accept, yes.
Yes, but she's suggesting as a way forward that you should call for a board meeting because that is legal, that is acceptable. And then all these questions are asked. a board meeting can be held online. It can be on Zoom. It can be on WhatsApp. At least all these issues of, say, when did we get money for human ceremonies? How many have been trained?
Excuse me, Mr. Kato.
Yes.
Hello, sir. What is the basis of holding the board meeting for what? To ask Humanist International, or to ask the person that the money is sent to, or what?
Yeah, to ask the basis of the money was sent to.
What happened?
Look, what we are saying. Let me explain this one to you, Nandip, and get it, my friend.
Yes.
A person uses your name, Nandip, to get money.
Yes.
In the registry of Humanist International, they know that Nandip got the money. I'm just giving an example of your name.
Yes.
Now, if anything goes wrong, they will blame Nandip for misusing the money.
That's right.
But a person called Kato is the one who took the money.
Aha.
So we are now requesting Nandip to have a meeting of members and ask Kato, where did you take the money?
Sorry.
You get it? You get the example I've given.
Yes.
So we are requesting you to call, to invite, to initiate that maybe let us have a meeting as body members, and we have these matters heard, and we discuss all these matters in an open forum.
Okay, Kato, thank you for this, sir. This board meeting, will it include the ESCO, the interim ESCO, or only the board member, the trustee?
You can decide as members.
Okay.
It can be excellent as ESCO, in founder members. You can have even a general meeting.
Okay, my question again is there any investigation coming from Humanist International for the expenditure that were granted to?
No.
There will be no.
No.
There is no investigation. What we are doing, and
now, when excuse me, sir, when they ask why is the basis of the calling of this meeting, they ask what is my own problem?
Because humanists like Lynda, Lynda, there you see, have
human rights advocate,
questioned the integrity of some of the members of Humanist Association of Nigeria.
Yes.
And because they have questioned the integrity, the entire association has been put in disrepute.
Yes.
Everyone now, whether in Uganda, whether in Kenya, whether in Malawi, everyone is asking who is stealing funds, because Lynda and Mariam are on Facebook saying monies have been stolen.
Yes.
Now, it means that they have put questions which must be addressed, because your name as Nigerians is being destroyed. Your reputation. That's why people will say, who was part of the HAM founders, that Nandip was part. Oh, they took money from Barak Bara, they took money for conference, they took money for human ceremonies, they were corrupt. Yet Nandip never ate even a coin from the money which was sent to facilitate Bara's this and all that. Yet Nandip never got even a coin. Well, even when Nandip was a trained celebrant, Nandip could train other celebrants in Africa and in Nigeria. Nandip was never given a chance to train others, because we trained you to train others. But money was sent to train other celebrants in Nigeria, but Nandip, who is a qualified human celebrant, Zakambaye, Zainabu, and others, never got to know this. So we are saying, for the sake of clearing your name as individuals, as an organization, it is healthy to have a meeting so that these allegations on social media can be, you can get a clear response from the people being accused. This helps you to clear your conscience as you. It just helps you. Because tomorrow, when you are talking, you said, no, Lynda is wrong on this one. Mariam is wrong on this one because I have records that actually Bala was given this money. I have records that actually a ceremony was organized. I have records that actually we trained 10 celebrants. Lynda is telling lies. Tomorrow we'll be able to defend your organization and therefore absolve your name as board members, as members of Nigerian Humanist Association. You get my point?
Yes. So now, Mr. Kato, thank you for this. If I can decide not to become a board member and not to kind of organize the meeting, what do you think? Like I said, I resign my board membership.
Now,
if I decided to say I want to resign my board membership, I don't want to be part of Humanist board membership again.
Now, if you want my advice, listen carefully.
Yes.
Resigning is a noble thing to do, is a very good thing to do. I have resigned from certain companies personally and from certain organizations I will not mention here. But resigning at this moment without finding facts is a wrong move. It's like you are conceding that I was wrong. I'm owning up. That's why I'm resigning. It is better to first ask for evidence, to first dig deep into the problem as a member, and then you can say, they have refused to give me information. I've been trying to find out these facts, and because they have refused, I have a reason to resign. But for now, you have not tried to make better your organization. Why should you be resigning? Make it better, because tomorrow you may be the leader. You are a founder member. Try to make it better to work for you and everyone else. Don't resign. If you want my advice, you don't resign, but you work to make it better, because if your child does wrong, you don't kill your child. You correct your child. You don't run away from your home. You make it better by organizing your children and talk sense to them. You don't run away from your home. So my advice is that try instead to fix the problem. Find out, are these allegations true? Because remember, Nandip, today, we have not even touched the case of Bala. We shall touch it next time. We haven't even touched it. We have been on the touch organization. You get it? Let us be clear. We haven't even touched the case of Bala. We are not going to touch it today. We are 1 hour and a half. We are past our time by 30 minutes. So next time, we shall not talk about Bala issue. How will we save him? How will we save our brother? Next time. So for now, since we are tackling the organization, my advice 2 years away forward is, please, can you, even using social media, I mean WhatsApp, not Facebook, ask your members, but there's a problem here. People are alleging this. People are saying this. How can we get the best information so that we can clear our name? You get it? You bring it from that angle, not to blame them. You're not blaming them because you have no evidence. You simply say, someone says money for a conference was misused. What is the truth? Can
yes, so that people will talk about it.
Records are there. Records are there. Because records are there, why? We always send our records to Humanist International. Me, when you ask me records of 5 years ago, I can show them to you. Because they are online. We email them. You get the receipts, you scan them, you email them. Even if you ask me records of 10 years ago, I can give them to you. Because we email them to the donors. So the donors have them. So someone will say, look, Lynda and Mariam and others are telling lies because we trained 10 celebrants in 2022. And here are the records, these are the names, this is how much we spent. That is cleared. We organized the conference and we had 100 participants. We fed them, we gave them transport. These are the lists, these are the records. Now you see, they are telling lies about us. We have cleared the name. Thank you very much. And everyone will be happy. So what I'm asking you is that you simply don't blame anyone. You simply say, can we have a meeting as leadership and we clear air on this? But before we clear air, can you get facts to back up our evidence? Someone says we spent 500 pounds in a conference and they gave us, let me say 4,000. I'm just giving an example. Is this true that we spent 500? Can we see the records? Someone says we are given 4,000 pounds for training celebrants. But I don't know whether we received this money or we had celebrants trained last year. Is it true we trained celebrants? That yes. Can I see the records?
Mr. Katu.
Yes.
Thank you very much. If I may talk to the board member, I will need to have my record with me. That is the figures that they sent to Humanist celebrants in Nigeria 2022, and the figures also sent to Interfaith Conference in 2021.
Yes.
And what was the expenditure and then the balance, so that I can be able to do that. If I can be able to say this now on the board member, they will ask me what am I going to say without proper figure that
Lynda
sent from
I send you the records from Humanist International. She has them.
Okay, I think she should forward it to me. I don't know whether she's in WhatsApp. If she's not in WhatsApp,
yes, I have put them all
you can forward it to me.
Lynda,
yes, I have put them. I have put them all online, and also I gave you the link to the Humanist International website where you can download all the year-end financials and see there too. But you see, you can see now why I have concerns about the case of Mubarak Bala and the funding that has been raised for the legal team. This is why all these questions have come up, because if I see that things are not being done properly with certain amounts of funding, I have a reason to believe that it's also happening on a much larger scale with the funding for Mubarak Bala. Because I've been working so closely with the case for a number of years now that I know exactly what's going on, and it doesn't add up for me. So that is why I've been asking questions and trying to raise awareness within Nigeria that something is very wrong here. I do not like the fact that Nigeria as a country has a reputation around Africa as being one of scammers, Yahoo boys. I don't like to see it in the humanist community. I'm always very defensive of the reputation of Nigeria's people, and I'm always the one out there crusading for you guys against xenophobia, and that in Southern Africa, saying you guys have got to stop judging the Nigerians and thinking that they're all scammers, because that is a very small minority of who they are. So I take personal offense, and I'm very protective over your reputation as Nigerians when I see the scamming coming into the humanist community and the bad name that you are getting as a people. It's not right, and I'm very defensive of that, because I always believe that people should never be tarred with a brush or told that they are something or made out to be something when they are not. So that's where I also come into it with my passion for this.
Thank you, Lynda. Yes.
Mr. Nandip,
yes.
Have you gotten our suggested way forward for now?
The way forward is restructuring of the organization or reorganizing the organization, but you will need to have a convention.
Yes.
We cannot have convention without fund, and then to us opening accounts, I don't think is going to be possible now. That's mean we are looking because I discussed this with our ESCO some few days ago, and it's not going to be possible until maybe by the end of the year or next year.
Why? Yes,
because there's nothing on ground. You cannot get people across the country to come to Abuja. That is, Humanist have come to come to Abuja without proper, logistic for them and
Mr.
funding.
Nandip.
Yes. Yes.
Let me tell you this from my own experience.
Yes.
First of all, as a lawyer, but also as a humanist leader. Number one, it is very easy for a registered organization to open up a bank account.
But Ketu, he has taken us almost getting to 7 years now without any bank account.
I'm telling you, that
7 years, getting 6. We are more than 6 years. Yes.
I know people are listening to me, and I know people are going to watch this over and over. I'm telling you that it is very easy for a registered organization to open up a bank account.
Yes, I know. You see, I tell you, I can tell you why. Kato, I can tell you why. I told you about ASN, that is 80 Society of Nigeria. It was registered the same year with Humanist in Nigeria, and immediately 80 Society of Nigeria opened an account.
Yes.
I pay my monthly dues to the account.
Yes.
It's possible.
How?
I don't know why. Yes. I don't know why Han account cannot be open more than 6 years of registration of the organization.
Lynda, I put it to you, Nandip, and your team, that it is a deliberate attempt to frustrate members from asking for accountability. Why? I've told you that to open up a bank account, you simply have to have a board meeting and you make what we call a resolution to open up a bank account. Then you go and register it with the registrar of companies, and then you get a copy and you take it to a bank of your choice and you open up an account. A matter of getting a resolution which the board members approve and say Nandip will be the main signatory, Liwa will be the second signatory, and Ike will be another signatory. Okay? Then you agree, you type it, a lawyer can guide you. It's a simple document. I can even draft it for you. Then you sign it, and then you take it to the registrar's house. It is stamped and approved. Then you take that copy to the bank, and then you have your account. It's something you can do in a week. So it means that...
But it takes us 6 weeks, 6 years.
Yeah, you have taken 6 years. I'm telling you, It means that there are people who don't simply want to have this bank account opened.
Where is my tea?
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes, they are simply people. Because sometimes in countries like Uganda, it is sometimes expensive to open up a bank account because they may want a deposit, but sometimes it's not so much. Maybe when we have an alternative, like another bank account for another organization you trust, you can say, let us have this one to pass on our money, because after all, it's the same humanist organization, so that we can avoid the costs. You get it? But in a situation where you want to open your own bank account, it's so easy to open it. So, to me, my interpretation is that they are using that as a chance to take away funds without accountability. And
that's
as a way
corruption.
forward, Nandip, because we have to close this, we have overdragged it. It's almost 2 hours now. We normally have only 1 hour. We are now suggesting a way forward, because we are going to have you back. And we are suggesting we have you back after next week. Why? We want to give you time to do some bit of research and to do some bit of consulting your members, asking them on what do we do next. Not only that, asking them, do you recognize we have a problem on your WhatsApp? Then we ask them, what do you think should be the way forward? They are very brilliant people. They are going to tell you solutions as members, not as body members. These are my suggestions. You put these questions to members on a WhatsApp group who are active and ask, look, we have these problems. What are suggestions you have to move our NGO forward? Now, these members are going to say, let us have a body meeting. Let us call this meeting. Let us resign. Let us fire so and so. They are going to speak so many things. Now, in those things, you are going to agree on what is the way forward from within you, not from us. Then, when we come here and meet, now we can brainstorm on what you suggested as a way forward. That is my suggestion. And when we brainstorm here, again, people will advise us what can we do to revive our Humanist Association of Nigeria. People are going to suggest so many possible ways. But after having heard from you as members, what do you think can be done to make your NGO better? Is the question I beg you to ask your members. But before you ask it, ask them, do you believe we have a problem? Do you think we have a problem? If they say yes, what is the problem? They are going to mention the problem. Then you ask, how do we solve it? Because the problem we have, as Lynda has said, people think that Nigerians are corrupt, which is not true. Because all of us are corrupt. All of us have the ability to be corrupt. You cannot say Nigerians are fraudsters, they are Yahoo boys. All of us have the potential to be corrupt, to be thieves, to be Yahoo boys. All of us are not perfect. So the point is, how do we clear our name as Nigerians? So you take this question to them. They are going to suggest, Nandip, I think we do A, B, C, D. Then you come here with those suggestions, we continue to share them. And then we can have as many talks here as possible. We can give you as many Saturdays as possible here until we find a solution. And I want to advise you, Nandip, do not think about resigning, because I remember you resigned from the African Working Group. I remember very well you resigned. I know you resigned from nonsense. You always resign. Now, from this one, I'm advising you, do not resign. Keep on,
okay.
Because you are the hope people are looking at. You are the hope people, you are the person now who is able to speak up. And you can speak up from the point of weakness. When you leave, you will be weaker. When you stay, you will be stronger, because now you speak as a founder member. You speak as a director. Everyone listens to you, including Humanist International can listen to you because you speak as a founder member and as a board member. Now, when you resign, you become just another member. And they will be saying, after all, he's no longer a director. Why is he asking questions? So you remain, as I told you, a father of a family doesn't run away. You remain and solve a problem. So
we can't have all the good people leave. If we have all the good people leave in anything, in our governments and everywhere, then we're going to just end up with a completely corrupt systems wherever we go. Now, I'm prepared. I will send you my number on WhatsApp, and I can send you all the stuff I've put out there. And I'm sure, Kato, that I'm offering on your behalf that maybe if Nandip wants to contact you privately this week, one-on-one, to get your advice, because you have the experience from a legal perspective and also having been a board member and in control of your own organization with protocol and ethics and the way that things are done with boards and that you can guide Nandip on your experience on the best way that you suggest he can structure things and that, because that's the thing with humanism, is that we've all got different skills and strengths that we can bring to the table to help each other out, to get stronger and to be more effective at what we do. So I'm prepared to help in any way, and Kato as well, to advise you and give you info. And then just be a support to you, because that is what the spirit of humanism is about. And if we are having issues within our own leadership in that, what hope is there for humanism? What about the poor people on the ground that are really, really battling? We need to be united, and we need to have a good, strong leadership across Africa for humanism. We don't see that at the moment. There's not one of us that wants to take over leadership or be the face of humanism. We want to work together with humanist groups to strengthen humanism on this continent, to work towards a one-day secular Africa. And we can only do that by working together. So that, if any motives, that's what they are. It's really just as simple as that. And I will support you as much as I can.
Nandip, you have heard us. Lynda has
thank you so much.
Support you. I have her WhatsApp number. I can send it to you right from this very show. You begin talking right now with Lynda. You know my WhatsApp number. You can always talk. All of us simply want the best for humanism in Nigeria. Me, I've told Lynda, I no longer want to be a leader in humanism because I've served my time.
Yeah.
What we want is to give others a chance to do their best. So we are signing out from here, unless you have a parting shot. Any words you have to say before we go off? Any words from you?
Yes, I need to thank you, Kato. Thank you, Lynda, for bringing up this talk show. It's very, very interesting, talking to you guys, educating ourselves, discussing about humanism in Africa, which is very, very important to us so that we can grow together as humanists.
Sure.
I hope to join you guys again. And then any support that we need in Nigeria, we need to have it from you, because us alone, we cannot be able to achieve the goal of humanism in Nigeria, except we need help. Yes,
exactly.
Thank you.
All
so
of
much.
us need help. I want to thank you and end it from there. All of us, even me, I need help. I always ask Lynda for help. I always ask Lynda for help, and many other people for help. All of us ask for help. Never fear to reach out for help. I'm here. She's there.
Yes.
And everyone looks at you as someone who is more credible today to take humanism forward in Nigeria. Do not give up.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Lynda.
Yes.
In the next
Thank you, Nandip.
I'll invite you back after 1 week.
No problem.
Thanks very much, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, hey. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Yes, bye-bye.